Hey everybody, I'm Will.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Adam. And we are
Working
Title!
Zoom edition!
Zoom!
Edition!
Marvel!
Loki!
Loki.
Edition! Glorious purpose!
Loki. Indeed.
Welcome back, everybody, to the finale, episode 6 of Loki Disney Plus series. What is this one even called? What do we have today? For all time,
always.
Always. Last on, we had quite the wild episode. We had the gang of Lokis in the Void. Sylvie, the female Loki, realized that the Void is really just kind of a secret entrance to the house, the end of time,
Beyond time.
Beyond
time. Yeah.
Where either Loki or some mad villain is in hiding.
Some variant.
To be determined.
Some Loki. TBD.
Mobius is going to burn the entire TVA, from what we were left to believe. We lost classic Loki, but I think boastful Loki and Kid Loki are still around, so maybe they can be some support.
And the Gator. Don't ever forget about the Gator.
And Gator Loki. Is it alligator or gator? Alligator or crocodile?
It's a
Alligator.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I never know the discrepancies between the two of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I guess the head judge also wants to know who's behind the timekeepers, but she also has her own agenda, I think.
That's true. And she's hanging out with the chief of police for the TVA. So maybe they'll either try to stop Mobius or join him. We'll have to see.
We shall see.
Yes, indeed.
But guys, if you enjoy our reaction, leave a like on the video, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we drop more Marvel reactions, because hey, this show's confirmed for season 2. Comment down below what you think about our video, and hey, if you want to support the channel, Patreon in the description.
Check it out.
This is not a market substitute, guys. Go on Disney Plus, watch it over there first, and then come back to YouTube and watch Working Titles reaction, right? We love you. Punch it.
Boom!
That place looks amazing.
I know.
Space Hogwarts.
Star-Lord's mom's just hanging out there.
She's
House of X-Men.
Way to go, Tic Tac! That's how you punish.
Tic Tac.
Now, you wouldn't have heard of me.
Wakanda forever!
He's a friend from work. I can do
He's a friend from work.
Further faster, baby.
Oh boys, what does this mean?
I wonder if we're gonna see like everything happening like in the background. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be talking, and in the background there's gonna be like 7,000 TVs just playing everything from MCU.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get shivers during this episode. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh snap! Oh, I'm not ready.
Wait, what?
Whoa. Whoa!
You hearing
Multiverse.
this?
2 galaxies?
What is going on?
I don't know. What? The timeline.
Oh, guys! Oh, it's so cool! Oh shoot, sorry, I just get really hyped. Oh, people are gonna think I'm so hypocritical.
I know, because last episode we shitted on them.
People forget that I actually love Marvel quite a lot.
Oh, this is really creepy.
I feel like you guys are like my conscience because I can't see you right now. Oh, shoot.
Wow. Holy shnikes.
So it's like formed
This
down
looks
the
amazing.
rock.
I call
It's
dibs
a
on it.
Johnson.
It's my house.
That's yours? Okay.
I call it.
Aren't you going to tell me not to kick the door in?
No.
Yeah, just need a moment.
I look at the gold like ripping
Paint
through.
splatter.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I was pruned before you even existed. I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. I just need a second to get my head straight, okay?
Oh yeah. Wow. So she's been doing this for way longer than he's been around. Oh god.
I have no idea what to think will be in here, dude.
Me neither. I don't know what to expect at all. What the heck are those things?
The Dark Brotherhood.
One of 9.
It always goes back to the Witch King
It's always the 9.
every time.
Oh!
My lord. Don't tell me that's the ruler of this place.
The Citadel.
Congratulations. Y'all had an awfully long journey to get here. He's impressed.
He's impressed.
Hey.
At the end, it is only he who remains.
I swear.
Creepy.
And y'all can live the lives you've always wanted.
They're not going to fall for that.
And what have we always wanted?
Now, don't play
Glorious purpose!
How would you like to win? But not just there. You can kill Thanos.
Bruh, this whole place
But
is
it's
so much
meaningless.
better. This
Right.
whole place is so much bigger than the Infinity Gauntlet.
He already realized that.
Both of us. Together on the timeline.
I feel like the statues
Oh, that one's
are
just
gonna,
a clock. Did you see that? Its face is just a clock.
I feel like the statues are going to turn and fight.
It's
Nah, bro.
fiction.
Yeah.
We write our own destiny now.
Let's go.
Good luck with that.
Whoa.
What would you do if it was really just a giant clock at the end that just looked like her that was in charge?
When she showed up, I was worried. I was thinking that she was the mastermind, and I was about to be like, are you freaking kidding me? There's no way.
Aw.
You miss your bro?
You did it yourself.
Sorry, some things had to get worked out, but I'm downloading the files you need now.
She's playing them too? That's crazy. This place looks so cool.
Yeah, it really does. Look
He who
awesome.
remains.
Does he who remains, is that supposed to be like whoever survives this place is like the he who remains, the ruler? Is it supposed to... Is that what it means?
No.
No?
Sorry, I have no idea. I'm not sure. There's a 4th timekeeper. Look at that. There's 3 and then there's
Broken,
1.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing he's that one.
This is gonna be like Weeping Angels or whatever.
Oh, stop. Don't say that. Oh, that makes my skin crawl thinking about that.
Make sure you're looking at the statues.
It's Dusty. It's a bitch.
Achoo!
Is still alive.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Just show
The
us.
sword's ready.
Boom!
Please don't be a jump scare.
Through door number 1. Broccoli. Oh.
Oh, God. I don't like this. I'm scared.
This is why.
What?
The two of you.
Guys?
What?
I like it.
Oh, shoot.
Come on. Come on, let's talk. From my office.
Is this the guy?
I think this is the guy Marvel wanted to cast for a role, so I won't say it because I think I know who he is. Crap.
Come on.
I love this guy's smile,
this
man.
dude?
It's so funny.
Sorcerer!
The original Sorcerer Supreme.
The OG.
This is so uncomfortable, and I don't know why it has to be.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
know. I don't know what's up.
I don't trust this at all.
I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm just waiting to figure out what's happening.
Right.
Well, you're not going to be happy to see me.
Oh!
Let's go. He's back.
Hunter D90 to my office immediately.
Yeah, sorry, Mona, that's not going to work out the way you think it is, now that we know your secret.
What did
You know nothing.
What's her secret?
What was that pen?
Fremont, Ohio,
2018.
2018. What happened then?
Looks like the Amazing Spider-Man school.
Oh, is this where, like, she existed or something?
No.
Is she a teacher?
You need to listen to me.
There'll be time for that.
Just wait.
What the hell is going on here?
Yeah!
Oh!
Told ya! She's a teacher!
I thought you meant this lady was a teacher. Renslayer.
How?
We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, she's like getting people on her side.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the pen was to signify like a pen she had at that school.
Yeah.
Maybe. The alma mater.
I'm not sure you quite understand the situation. You've lost.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's, like, you're not gonna hit him. You tried this like 3 times already.
What's that on his hand? Is it like a watch or something? You see that?
Yeah. It's like Monoma.
It's like part of the house.
Yeah, look at that.
You can't kill me because I already know what's going to happen. See?
What?
He's got the script of episode 6. He cheated.
Don't you wonder how I'm able to get out of the way just before you kill me? But how do I already have it loaded up with everything I need to know to keep from being killed?
I don't know, man. Just tell me.
It's easy. I know it all.
What, has he like relived this day? Like Groundhog Day?
Every step you took to get here. Lamentus, the void. I paved the road.
For what purpose?
Yeah, why?
It needs to happen to get us all in the right mindset to finish the quest. Right.
This guy is such a fruitcake.
I kind of love it. I really enjoy him, actually.
Would go to that. Sylvie! You think you can trust this guy?
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
Someone created the timekeepers. They created this whole place. They gave us all purpose. I have to believe they had a reason.
No.
This lady is like the definition of a, you know, the blind leading the blind.
You know what would happen if we didn't prune the timeline?
What?
Chaos. Death.
Free will?
Free will? Only one person gets free will.
Free will?
The one in charge.
What? How are you okay with that?
Friends.
Just prune her, send her to the void. Let her hang out with some Lokis.
Shut up. We can't take away people's free will, Ravona. Do you not see that? What are you doing?
Just prune her. She's the most irritating point of this whole story.
Yeah.
Golly day, dude.
You're of no danger to me.
Is that what you think? Let's see.
Mobius.
Oh, you're right.
Mobius, my guy, my man. What are we doing here?
Fart.
What are we doing? We're just taking one swing. Come on.
Where are you gonna go?
Home.
In search of free will.
Okay.
What is she gonna try and take over the TVA?
And what are you so afraid of?
Me.
He said me?
Yeah.
I've been dubbed many names by many people.
Alright.
A ruler. A conqueror.
Yeah.
That's why I figured this was going.
Is it? I think it's Kang, the Conqueror.
Yeah.
A jerk.
A madman. I am time.
What?
What the heck was that?
Before the TVA, a variant of myself lived on Earth in the 31st century.
The 31st century.
And he discovered that there were universes stacked on top of his own.
Oh, guys, we're getting the multiverse.
Multiverse.
Narcissistic, self-congratulatory peace.
There can only be one.
I love your hair. Oh man, nice nose. Thanks, man. Not every version of me was so
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us.
And then the timekeepers came along and saved us all.
What?
The statues. Look at the little statues.
And I ended the multiversal war.
No.
Hence, ages and ages
Oh
of
boy.
cosmic harmony. Hence, you're welcome. If you think I'm evil, well, just wait
Uh-oh.
till you meet my variants.
Okay,
God.
so maybe he's not like gonna be the Kang the Conqueror for us. Maybe this is like the one we can like actually talk to. Wow. Wow. Okay.
TVA, it works.
Or
No.
you're a liar.
Boy.
But I guess that's always an answer.
Continue to prune innocent timelines.
You two would.
What?
You kill me and destroy all this, and you don't just have one devil, you have an infinite amount. Or you two run the thing.
You're lying.
What?
Why would you give up being in control?
She's tired of it.
Buddy, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
I've gone through a lot of scenarios trying to find the right person to take this spot.
And it's
It
you.
turns out that person came into.
You too.
They're not gonna like agree with that.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Uh-oh.
What's about to happen? What is going on?
It's one of his variants?
We just crossed the threshold.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What does that mean?
It's time.
Oh.
Is the halo gonna start ripping apart?
Right. Or nothing.
So I fibbed.
What? What?
What?
So he doesn't know what's gonna happen now.
Oh.
No, I have no idea.
Oh,
no
shoot.
idea how the rest of this is going to go.
It's ripping! Oh, so wait, what? What were they supposed to do? I don't get it.
Nothing. He's just saying this is like the lead up.
And now you're just going to sit there with all that freedom and
All that freedom.
let us decide your fate.
Yes.
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 He's like,
worst that can happen?
finally, thank God.
Start
Just keep
another
going.
Multiversal war.
Screw it. Just kill him. We don't need anyone to watch these timelines. Just let it happen.
Another manipulation.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh.
Hmm.
Ooh, no lie.
Loki's like, babe, I think he's telling the truth.
He's free. Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hang on a moment.
Oh!
Let's talk about it.
Look at him. He's like,
Woo!
Oh!
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Just because we give people free will.
Sylvie gonna start the multiverse. It wasn't Loki.
He was telling the truth.
Better hurry. Timeline's already branching.
So what are you suggesting?
Let me think about it.
And what precise?
I don't believe you.
So that the universe is in the balance. Everything we know to be true. Everything.
Oh, looks like Loki's gonna be meeting Thor
I know
again.
the TVA has hurt us both. But what if by taking
Fudge.
him out, we risk unleashing something even worse? All I have to do
X-Men.
is we just take
Tobey Maguire.
about it. That's what you think of me.
I mean, that's what you are. You are a con artist.
Sure.
Dang, he might get stabbed. Hope Loki doesn't die.
It's our experience.
Why aren't we seeing this the same way?
Because you can't trust,
And I can.
and I can't be trusted.
Ah, fudge!
He's gonna just like off himself.
So we wait.
Oh, I'd be pissed if he does that.
Wait.
Oh! Gosh.
Ooh,
I'm so invested in this right now.
this is the first time I've been invested this whole season.
Because everything's weighing down right now. Oh, fudge.
Whoa.
Oh! What just happened to him? Oh.
And maybe it was
He's gonna jump in his spot.
Sylvie, stop.
Oh. Holy shit.
There's no way she would have stopped that blade.
I know, that's what I was just thinking. He should have died. I don't want that to happen though.
Me neither.
Even though I called him lame last episode.
I just want you to be okay.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah!
No. So weird, dude. What, Sam? What is wrong with you? What are you doing?
Can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Oh!
Whoa, whoa.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Fuck!
Well,
Betrayed.
here goes Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire, and Chris Evans as Human Torch. Oh, snap.
What'd she do with that finger thing? The hand thing?
She just like dropped it.
Good.
Ooh! Ah!
Oof.
Past the point of no return.
See you soon.
See you soon. What does that mean?
Because all the other
variants
are gonna keep coming back.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to deal with him eventually. Again.
Alright, so I guess he is King and Conqueror. Is that you guys think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely what it is.
Right, cool.
Dude, imagine one just pulls up right there.
Alright, so there you go. It was never a Loki, it wasn't a Sylvie.
Thank God.
It was
Here
King
we
and
go.
Conqueror and the thousands of Kangs that are out there.
What's happening out there?
It's splitting.
Seven
Nothing's
timelines
happening.
are appearing.
Thousands.
Oh, there's a lot. Look at that.
That's a really beautiful.
Timelines are splitting off of timelines.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, boys, what are we getting ourselves into? Oh no. Oh, there's the next.
easily,
Here's the next 3 Avengers movies. Holy crap!
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Oh. Right, no turning around now. What happened to the chief judge?
She ran for it.
She went to find free will, yeah.
Free will.
Whatever the
Yeah,
heck
but
that means.
what does that mean?
She's looking for the Attack Titan, dude.
Oh man.
I don't know what else to say. She needs freedom.
Or Loki.
No, don't wait. Don't end. Don't end.
Oh, dude, it's
Wait,
done.
how much time do we have? No.
It's done.
No, we have time, right? It doesn't show my thing.
He's gonna do something.
Everybody's like, abandoned ship. I mean, where's everybody gonna go?
Right.
Yeah. What do you even do? I mean, this is an impossible job, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, the job's done. There is no job anymore.
That's what, 63 new branches in this unit alone?
Does
In this
just
unit
let them
alone.
all branch?
Well, at this point, how are we even gonna stop it?
We can't!
We made a terrible mistake.
What's done?
We free the timeline.
What division are
What?
you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your name?
What?
Boots on the ground now, archives.
What?
Oh no.
Who are you? Oh, did he end up in a
What?
different time? He probably ended up in a different timeline.
Oh no!
He didn't end up back in.
Oh, Kang!
Look!
Oh no!
Oh, what has happened? Where is he now? I'm so confused.
He's in a different timeline, Sam.
No. You think there's an end credits?
I
Probably.
hope so.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in a different timeline now.
Snap.
Kang the Conqueror. Whichever internet nerds picked that out, you were right.
Signature.
Who did you think that guy was supposed to be cast as earlier on?
Kang the Conqueror. I had seen him on Image, like fan art. So when I saw him, I was like, Kang? You know how, like, probably like a fan cast, you know how Rosario Dawson was like an Ahsoka fan art all the time? I had seen him just like Kang before.
Here we go.
Go.
Case file Loki. We'll return in season 2. Oh, okay. We do have a season 2.
Yeah.
Crap. Wait, what? Wow. Okay, that's the end. Shoot. Fudge. I want more. Dang it. Now I don't want it to be over. Gosh darn it, show.
Yeah.
That's... Okay. Well...
Oakley dokley.
Okay. I think I should say this first thing for anyone who was mad from last video. I take it back. This finale was worth it in the end. I think the show was good.
No. Don't walk it back.
Yeah. No. Listen, I'm not walking back my hate for a lot of the stuff I don't like in this show. I think this finale was a good payoff to make me feel like it was worth it in the end, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, my hate for it...
It's not even hate.
Still exists.
It's just,
criticism. My criticism. My criticism for it still exists. And I don't care if people think it's a bad take, but I just don't... I think that finale was the best episode of the whole season. And
easily.
If you cut out like 50% of what happened in the show, I feel like it would have been like easily better than everything else.
As this finale was happening, I was thinking to myself, okay, how would this have been like the best it could have been with what we were given and nothing was added? I was like, you chop out 40% of what we got, and that 60% is a pretty good darn show. But you have to take out that 40%.
Or just a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, actually. That's a great idea. Or like a two-parter movie. But we can talk about what that 40% is later down the line. But first, I think we should talk about this episode itself. Because as we're saying, Adam, do you feel the same way? You think it was a pretty darn good episode? So, Kev, it's not the same.
I guess so. I mean, we are getting a second season. I was pretty pissed we didn't get a whole lot of answers. But, yeah.
What answers did we not get that you wanted?
Just the whole timeline part. It's still confusing to me. I don't understand it.
Well...
And I didn't understand who that guy was. I don't know who Kang the Conqueror is, or Kong. What was his name?
Well, I mean,
he didn't say his name, so I don't think we're supposed to know who it is yet.
Okay.
Regardless, I mean, I don't think that it really matters if we know who he is. I mean, he explained it. He was a smart guy, a scientist who met other variants of himself. Like, he got smart enough in that.
Okay.
Yeah, in the 31st. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a different timeline, so it's like completely different than like what our known universe existed.
A future, far future.
He existed in a different time period, and he was a scientist. He realized there was other multiverses, and then he ended up meeting one of him in another universe. And they got so smart, and they all started communicating. You know, sharing like, oh, this is how a light bulb works. Oh, this is how my pruning grenade works.
And then he did all that. Negative versions.
Yeah, he did all that, and then they went from just complimenting each other to like working with each other to like one to conquer the other.
Yeah,
war, and then basically he found the Lilith or whatever it was called, the lion,
shadow,
and then he used that to defeat all the other ones, keep them in check, and then now he created the TVA to make sure that no other Kangs or anything else comes and tries to conquer everything.
Yeah, so I'm assuming in the first episode when we saw that like diagram of like the history that the multiverse war was really Kangs fighting each other, and when he created the TVA maybe or something along those lines, that's when he condensed it to a single line and used the variants of whoever to keep it that one in order. Never let it divvy off. But I guess So what? I guess where I'm confused then, the only thing I was trying to wonder, what is our Kang, the one from this show, what is his life? Like, why is his life important if we had the TVA still operating? Like, why is his life essential to the equation.
Because the future wasn't written. Like I don't know how he learned to learn and figure out everything that's happening, but I mean, he's the one that's calling the shots and making sure that essentially I think really what it boils down to is stopping another Kang from existing and not creating another timeline where another Kang exists. That's really it, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why he's around. Or that's why he stays around. And then I guess he got to the point where he was so tired of it that he was like, or he got to the end of what he could learn and know. And he's like, okay, there's 2 Lokis that can handle it. Let me give it to them. But like he said, there was at that one point in the conversation, he didn't know what happened after that. So he never knew what their decision was going to be.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, there's definitely still unanswered questions, but because there's season 2 now, I think we will have time to get those. Ones for me, for example, are like, why is the TVA world void of power? Like, why do super things become non-super, like the Infinity Stones? Because I was just thinking to myself, okay, so how do you defeat Kang? Do you have to go get the Infinity Gauntlet and then say, snap every single Kang out of every universe from the equation? But does that even matter? Because maybe Kang created the TVA where this world is void of those kind of powers and affecting him. Does that infinite house outside the timeline even get affected by those kind of things? It's like, I don't know. So I'm assuming either the movies or the shows will cover it. I don't know. Like, how do you? I guess we can jump into that later down the line. But what other unanswered questions do you feel like you have, Adam?
I'm gonna say I'm not so. I shouldn't say I was confused by the timeline and all that stuff. It's more so I just want questions answered, and I want to see more of this. And I'm kind of, I don't know. I feel like we didn't get a whole lot in this last episode.
If you were to write down like 3 things you had expected to see, what were the things you were most hoping to expect?
I didn't know. I thought this was going to be resolved. I didn't know this was getting a second season, so I thought this was going to be the end of the show, like it was for Falcon and Wanda. I didn't know we were getting a second season.
But even
like,
still,
who would be in charge? Who would fix everything? I thought we were going to get this episode.
Well, we got the opposite. We got Sylvie decided I'm gonna F everything up, and we're not going to. And everything's not going to be fixed. It's going to be torn to chaos.
Right.
So I guess what I wonder. Go ahead.
Your question earlier, I think, how he fixed everything. He fixed the timeline. I'm assuming it's the hand thing, and the cloud creature. Maybe you need to take control of both those things.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was like, well, the creature was just the thing that he used to defeat the Kangs, and then it's also the thing that like protects where he is, so like no variants could get to him to mess up what he was doing. I think the hand thing is just technology. It's just like TVA technology that he took. You know what I mean? It's just like whatever he made to make it work. I don't know. I mean, he's like a scientist. He was supposed to be a scientist, so I'm sure he's some type of like, he's lived forever, so he's some type of all-knowing borderline god that just exists outside of time and space and can do whatever he wants there.
It's Adam, I get you though. The concepts they're giving us are very complicated. Like, we have a man who's supposedly the judge and juror of everything we've seen in the MCU, supposedly.
Right.
Like, just a man who over time has become the most powerful by some means we don't know.
Like, why was he the most important one, the most powerful one?
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know if I don't know if we spent time with him through like flashback. I don't know. It's hard to know. I also have no knowledge of Kang the Conqueror in general.
Yeah,
so
me neither. And you could just chalk it up to kind of just like Sylvie defeated Loki in the end right there, but they're the same person. You know what I mean? You just have like one that just so happened to have the off chance of outsmarting the other or something, you know? So that might be it.
In terms of what else the episode could have given me, I'm not sure if there's anything that I had like expectation wise. Like the only thing I was really hoping to get was what is inside the castle by the end of this. And I mean, I got that. The episode just happened to be 40 minutes of that, basically just breaking down everything. It probably didn't need to be as long as it did to explain what it explained, but I'm
wondering why they chose that short of an episode for a finale.
I thought it was. Oh, I guess it was shorter compared to other episodes, wasn't it? Well,
I mean, I would think a finale would be like an hour long or something, but
yeah. I guess if we want to do any like talk about the episode itself, we went into the castle. There was that little clock,
Miss Minutes,
who I guess is in cahoots with R. Kang, and that clock ended up telling them that whoever stays, what was it?
He would make a deal with them that they could go back to where they were, in time, in their times before they got taken.
And then shortly after, that clock disappeared and went to our judge from the TVA and gave her
Renslayer.
Yeah, gave her some papers for maybe where she's going.
Yeah.
One of the statues was down in the building.
Yep.
I don't know if that's supposed to be any symbolism that we were supposed to pick up on.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird too because the other ones looked like. I mean, I didn't get a great look at them, but they kind of looked like they were timekeepers. I'm not sure if they were all just. They could have all just been like the statues of Kang, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just different ones.
And maybe he's the one who's fallen. He's now fallen out of line. He's given up on whatever job the Kangs of the world used to have. The conquering part. He's the one who conquered everything and got tired of it.
True. I loved him, by the way.
He was hilarious. He was phenomenal.
I had to warm up to him initially. I was
I agree with that.
His persona was like so out there that I was like, okay, I called him a fruitcake. He's still fruitcake. But I think as they started to like slow and start to like get into the drama of it, and he still had that like fun persona, I was kind of like, okay, I can start to understand where this guy's coming from a bit more. He's kind of just lost his mind in the madness of living beyond thousands of years.
Yeah.
Or being maybe just being a human bored with all the knowledge. There's nothing else to learn. It's like a spoiler for Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like when there's everything at your disposal, you feel nothing because there's nothing left to feel after you've felt everything.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking this dude is the total opposite of two other characters who I've seen who have total knowledge, and that's Bran from Game of Thrones, who's a dull, monotone, I don't give a shit about anything, and fucking Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Spoiler. Like, it was a very interesting take on the character. I enjoyed it. I was laughing, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, no, I thought it was funny. I like the actor they got. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing him in many other occupations.
Yeah, different versions, yeah.
What do you guys think? I just thought the place itself, like we only got a quick glimpse of it in episode 5, but I loved how it looked going into episode 6, like the castle itself.
Yeah.
It looked
the shot at the beginning of them walking up the rocks was amazing.
Yeah. It reminded
castle.
It reminded me of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where like Thanos and the talker guy, the guy with the weird hands, the double hands would talk. It had like stardust particles. I loved how the house was like an onyx, like rock, but like if you opened it, it might turn into gold, kind of like a splitting in it.
Mm-hmm.
He even had that same design on his watch too. I think my favorite part of the visuals of this episode was the halo ring of the timeline around them. Yeah, you could just hear the sounds of our movies play out.
Insignificant everything scenes, happening.
Insignificant scenes like Thor breaking his glass at breakfast, or significant scenes like Wakanda Forever being yelled, or something like that.
That was great.
It just gives me shivers. Anytime there's like connective tissue, it just gets me like hyped for no reason.
The looks like the I forget what the officer's name is. Is it C?
They didn't
see
say
something. I know. It's like a letter and a number. Her and Owen Wilson were trying to get the rest of the TVA to like understand, that they're all variants, and get them on their side to burn the TVA down, or just figure out what to do with the rest of their being, because now they don't have a job. I mean, now they're out of jobs. They don't know what to do at this point.
Yeah, that was wild too. So when Loki got pushed through the door, and we can go back to that scene and talk about it a bit, but still talking about the officer and Owen Wilson himself, Mobius. When Loki got pushed through, is our TVA no longer a thing? Is it gone?
I was about to ask that.
No, I think that there's just new timelines. I mean, he just happened to fall into, because remember, when in that castle, he's outside of time and space, and so when they flicked it on and threw him in, there were already new timelines. Well, there was already new timelines being made. You know what I mean? Like,
didn't they say there was like 63 new timelines?
In just
that quadrant or something? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember too, like back when he was like, I don't know what happened, or I knew everything that happened up to 10 seconds ago. He said that, and the timelines were splitting, and then we had like 20 minutes later, and then Loki gets sent back in time, or sent back into the timeline. So it's like he literally could have popped up in, variant strand number 297. Like, we don't know, So
this is gonna be a mess.
Yeah,
this is gonna be such a mess. So how much do you think this will play into the movies, and how much do you think the second season is gonna have to do with any of this?
I feel like, well, okay, we know Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is happening.
Yeah.
So, and it's supposed to have Scarlet Witch. I mean, I'm sure that'll be like a major thing in there. To be determined if it's going to bleed into others.
Yes, Spider-Man too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in reality, it could affect every single movie going forward, just bringing in new characters, new universes, people crossing over that we didn't intend on seeing. But I mean, I feel like an Avengers movie of trying to resolve this is around the corner sooner rather than later. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to have to wait 4 years, I don't think, for another Avengers movie. I think it'll probably be in the next 2.
Will it even resolve, though, knowing that this is probably going to be like the way that we connect all the new properties to this world?
I mean, it might resolve in some way. It's probably not going to be the sacred timeline thing anymore, but it'll be something.
A war. What if we get like a timeline war where legit like characters we know from different comic series are just fighting each other?
That's probably what's going to happen.
Isn't that the Secret Wars?
No, Secret Wars is I think the Skrulls invading.
Yeah.
There's some Marvel comic where all our heroes are sent to one planet and they all have to battle each other.
That just sounds like Fortnite or Warzone. So
okay,
Loki and Sylvie did have their little moment, as much as me and Will aren't really into that. Adam, how do you personally feel? Do
Finally,
you like it?
They kissed. See, what I don't understand about you two is like they're narcissists, so of course they're gonna fall in love with themselves.
I mean,
I don't happening.
I mean, I don't care. I saw it happening too. I just thought it was stupid. I mean, like, it's
okay.
Like, I just would prefer not to have some type of like sexual relationship with yourself. I just think it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, but I think it was partially BS because she did it and then stabbed him in the back. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I guess she never fully believed him. I don't know. Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Or she just put her own, like pride and like what she wants above her feelings. So,
well, we also didn't talk about how they go before that. They didn't have the same mindset on what to do. Sylvie wanted to kill him, and Loki was like, "No, this is a bad idea."
Well, it's just the difference of whether they believed it or not. I think Sylvie has had a longer history of not being able to trust people because her issue with the TVA started literally as a child, where Loki was in his full adult stage after maybe 1,000 years of living, depending on how old he is as an Asgardian / ice giant.
Yeah.
So
she had said too she got pruned before he was even before he even existed. So, but it's weird. It's like I kind of feel like he's more mature in the sense that he got to see like the full extent of his life. Like he lived his life up to New York, but then he even was shown by
what happens in the end.
Mobius. Yeah, what happens at the end. So, it's weird. It's like he's mature for not, even though he hasn't lived thousands of years, because she's just been on the run and been doing like whatever.
When that pruning line happened, my initial take was that she was zapped. Is the pruning just the process of deleting that world? Is that what we're supposed to read into it?
That might be it, because she wasn't pruned. Her world was pruned.
She escaped. I'm assuming
or her
pruning means like she was plucked out of her life.
Yeah.
That type of pruning.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what when she said that, I was like, wait, is the history we knew about her a lie? Like, did she already been to the void and she was already here?
No, she hadn't been there before.
I just wanted to make sure and clear that up, because I was like, I thought she just learned about what pruning means actually when she did it to herself, last episode.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's nice to know. Make sure that was all cleared up. Okay. Before we just talk about the season as a whole, last thing that I have to think about when it comes to this episode is obviously the multiverse. How do you think the first instance of, I know we technically had it with Loki where he's like in a new verse, but when it comes to the movies, what do you think the first depiction of the crossing over will look like? Just a fun theory. The next movie's what for us? Eternals or Spider-Man? What's coming up next?
Spider-Man is the last one. I think it's
Spider-Man's
Eternals.
The last one. Eternals. Isn't there another one? Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi comes out first before Eternals. Out of those three, do you think any of those three, obviously Spider-Man, but do you think Eternals and Shang-Chi will have the crossover or no?
I don't think so. I don't know. It's weird because I don't know when, they
started filming or had that idea.
Well, no, I think they probably had the idea all together, but I think it's more so where does the TV show Loki happen? Like, I know everything kind of happens outside of time and space, but where does that happen? Is this happening while we're fighting Thanos? Is this happening when Wanda's kidnapping the town? Is this happening with Falcon Winter Soldier? When is this happening? Everything else that we've seen so far from Marvel has been within, 5 to 6 months after, Thanos is defeated. So, we don't know. If I think if anything, Spider-Man will probably be the first introduction to it. That the Eternals, I have no idea. I mean, even after that trailer, I don't really know where their history is going to take place. And I think Shang-Chi is just going to be its own thing of, what's happening in that side of the world in the MCU for these heroes.
I agree. I think Shang-Chi, because it's establishing a new part of the Marvel universe on a different part of the world, a different continent, I think it'll be too convoluted to have a multiverse incorporated. So I think we'll just get that as its own special story. Eternals, I think, probably takes place. We saw Egypt in it, so I feel and they kind of talked about oh, I'm going to be the next Captain America, or and that might be true in a fashion. I think it might take place before then, and show who helped rule this universe, and maybe when the multiverse starts happening, it might be kind of how they kind of shoehorned Captain Marvel's movie at the very end before part 2 of Endgame, and then she was used as the plot device to beat the bad guys. I feel maybe they'll be the combative force to help bring peace or something between the universes, but I don't think they will I think it'll be a thing where it's we're watching a past leading up to where we are present with MCU. Spider-Man, I agree with you. I think it makes sense, just because if anyone doesn't know any more about Spider-Man for our fan base, disappear for a second, because it's massive spoilers, but the casting rumors came out, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of crossover with our previous Spider-Man franchises before MCU.
We're going to get a live action Into the Spider-Verse, basically.
Pretty much. And so I think that'll be fun as the first initiation in, and maybe Doctor Strange will be figuring out how to bring a balance to that. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe Spider-Man's like our first jump into it, and that always works too, because it sets ourselves in like New York, like a comfortable like U.S. location for films. We all know Spider-Man. He's like the most fan-like character, I guess, who experiences it with us. So I feel like it might work watching it through his perspective. I don't know.
You don't think any after credit scenes of any of those movies before we get to Spider-Man?
They
or
could
we're
hint.
just jumping right into it?
Maybe with Eternals, they'll hint at it. But it's like Will said, when does this thing take place?
Right.
I don't know. This thing happens outside of time.
Yeah, and also like where does it affect? Because you could like when they're looking at the timeline, it's like the end is branching and like the beginning. So it's like you know,
I don't know if it matters.
We don't even know. Who knows? Shang-Chi could also just not even be a part of the timeline we have.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Well, that makes sense too. Oh, go ahead.
With the whole I was gonna say the whole Mandarin thing in Iron Man 3 of him not like actually having powers. Like it could be a universe where there is a real Mandarin that has the 10 rings and all that stuff. So
I know at the Iron Man 3 had like a bonus feature where it was like the man in charge, and it showed Ben Kingsley's Mandarin get abducted by the people of the real Mandarin. Like he got abducted and was like, "How dare you take our name?" And it was like left on a cliffhanger for Iron Man 3 on like the behind the scenes. I don't know if that's canon, but if that's true, then it might make Shang-Chi a part of this. But what could go as like a clue against or for what you're saying is the Abomination is in that trailer.
Yeah.
And as far as we were aware, he was in jail after the Incredible Hulk. Unless he broke out during Winter Soldier when everything just kind of went up in the air with S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's confirmed for one of the movies.
Well, he's confirmed for Shang-Chi. He's in the next film we
Tim
get.
Roth. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the next, or as far as I'm aware from the trailer, he's in it. Maybe they'll be like, the multiverse was always happening. That's why Edward Norton was the Hulk in the first film, and then he became Mark Ruffalo in the second appearance. It just changed right then and there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that's also weird when you're like stepping outside of time, because that means like this could have always been the thing. You know what I mean? Like it could have always been there. You just didn't know about it, you know?
I mean, okay, in a way, if the casting rumors are actually true about Spider-Man, it could technically have already been a thing, because J. Jonah Jameson was in the Far From Home movie. He's like what do you call it? Like a conspiracy YouTube podcaster or whatever.
No,
TV
he reprised his role. I'm pretty sure he reprised his role from the first ones.
Well, he did, but what I'm saying is like he was a different occupation. Like he wasn't. He seemed like a guy that you would watch on YouTube as opposed to being a Daily Bugle newspaper journalist. So I'm saying maybe it's just like maybe it's just like a different take.
Yeah,
the universe has already been like the other universes already existed. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to, shoehorn all the different IPs that they just acquired. Like, I mean? No need to write any X-Men story. They already existed. You can watch these movies.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I thought we were supposed to, like, from the casting rumors insinuate about the multiverse is, like, if Tobey Maguire shows up, we're supposed to just accept the other films as, like, his canon backstory. Like, that's what his universe was before he comes into Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That MJ exists, that Gwen Stacy's alive in that one, and that Gwen Stacy's dead in Andrew Garfield's one. And that's that's the different Spider-Mans we get from when they cross over.
It's their version of this is a market substitute. Go watch these other movies to understand what's going on here.
Oh, no.
Do you guys think we're going to get different actors / different characters playing characters we've seen?
Like who? Like Hugh Jackman type?
Yeah, like I can't even name some, like a Christian Bale as Iron Man or something.
Oh, the idea you're talking about, like the actors who were supposed to play him back in like when the first roles were coming out.
Was Christian Bale supposed to play Iron Man back then?
No, but I heard you talking about Tom Cruise. I remember you talking about Tom Cruise was supposed to play him when you were talking about episode 5, and you're like, maybe the original castings will play them. Is that what you meant?
I don't think so.
Then why'd you bring up Christian Bale?
Well, I just shot a name out there.
Oh, like big actors coming and playing roles?
Yeah. Because it's a multiverse. We'll see different versions of different people.
Oh, well, I know Christian Bale's in the new Thor movie, so probably not that guy. But yeah, of course they're gonna bring big actors and probably new actors to fit these roles. Yeah, we could be getting different Thors, different Iron Mans, played by many people we know. A Robert De Niro Iron Man who's retired and hates his life and then joined the mafia.
Nice, I like that.
Irishman.
The Irishman. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what were you about to say?
I was going to talk about Loki as a whole, so
that's what I was going to say. Okay. So, what was everybody's thoughts on the season as a whole? Adam first.
Yeah, I'll let Adam go first.
Like I said in episode 5, I was excited for a Loki TV show, and as the episodes kept progressively going, I don't think it really worked. Like I mentioned, Will saying about the Venom movie, I just don't think a show really works with this kind of character.
Do you think the acting just didn't do it for you, or do you just think the
acting
character,
was
the
good.
occupation of the character?
I'm not a fan of time and all that and that pseudoscience stuff. So the story to me, it just wasn't that interesting to me.
Okay. Well, that's a little different from Venom. Venom's more so talking about how a character who wasn't initially written to be the main role takes the main role. So are you saying it's both? You don't like either the plot and the choice to have Loki as the main character?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was amazing. It was really good. I mean, this last episode I think was on par with like the Doctor Strange movie.
Really?
It was really good.
I love that movie.
Were there qualities about the show that you did enjoy other than like the CGI though, like moments in the show that you thought were strong?
I like the romance between Loki and Sylvie. Some of it did seem a little dragged out, but it was cute.
Yeah. Well, it goes to show there's a little thing for everybody and things that don't work for everybody, because I'm like the opposite. I didn't really care for the romance. Thought it was kind of just added in just to, I guess, add drama by the end of the story and maybe going forward. I don't mind the time story. I just personally think when it came to that stuff that they just made it a bit overly complicated, more so than they needed it to be. I think the analogies that they use and the concepts they use to try to explain it are, I mean, I guess they make, it's not that they don't make sense, it's that they are long-winded and don't need to be as long-winded as they are. Or just like, because there's other things I feel like that are important to worry about in the story that they focus too much on trying to make it complicated, where like I'd rather just spend time on Loki. And personally, what they ended up doing with Loki, I just wasn't too hyped for. I think I'm too used to him as a bad guy, so I think the choice, and it's not that it's a bad choice to make him like this kind of just more gentle-hearted person, because there are hints of that in the movies with his mother and sometimes with Thor. It's just I guess in my mind, when a Loki show was announced and I knew there was going to be chaos to ensue, I was hoping it was going to be like the forefront always, with our Loki being the one in charge of that, where the show just kind of made him the receiving end of the chaos and he had to work with it from more like watching it as opposed to creating it as the god of mischief. Like, I feel like he didn't do mischievous stuff as the god of mischief in this. And I know, but I know people are like, well, they're going to argue like he doesn't have to be the bad guy. Well, that's who he is. We have good characters to be the good guys in these stories. He's a comic book villain.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you have to make everybody like a good guy in the end. Like, it makes for like a redemptive arc, but they did that in the movies. With this, they could have just let him be a full-forced villain. And at the end of the day, it's just preference. It's not that it's bad what they did. I just didn't want it. So That's all it is. It's just I just don't want that. So
I just didn't want it. I mean, it's simple as that.
it really is.
Yeah. I mean, they even went as far as say like Kang. It was like, listen, we're all villains here. We've all done some bad things.
Yeah.
This guy right here, this Loki, done some bad things. Yeah. Yeah, I think the show started out strong. I felt like I really enjoyed it for like the first episode.
Yeah.
And the middle kind of just lost me for a lot of the episodes. A lot of it dragged on. And even like the previous episode, like I know a lot of people loved it, and that was a lot of our comments that were like, why do you guys have this opinion? It was really good.
There were good things about it,
but like I kind of, this isn't like an analogy I kind of used for like the music I like. So like if you have an album and there's only 3 good songs on the album, is it good?
No.
If you have a show, and see, that's the thing. But like other people are like, oh, I love that album. I was like, oh, what's your favorite song? Well, I only listen to these 2, and then you have the show or these episodes, and it's like there's like 1 or 2 good, like in the 3 or 4 middle episodes, I felt like there was like probably like 3 or 4 good scenes that weren't just like visually, the whole Lamentus thing. It was visually very appealing, but it's like
boring,
kind of dull. Yeah. So it's like some stuff was really cool. I mean, I liked the hunt for Sylvie in the beginning, and like the first 2 episodes. The middle parts I was kind of like meh. And then I really enjoyed like the ending. I just like the explanations that we got in the wrap up, and like the mastermind plan of Kang being like, hey, you either join me now and help me do this, or 1,000 Kangs will come and hunt you down, and I will eventually reappear if you guys don't do this right. So, figure it out. Yeah, I visually show across board, really great. Some cool characters. I liked the different Lokis that we saw. Like Old Man Loki, that was probably like my favorite part of the previous episode.
Yes.
And I will say, I'm excited for season 2. As much as I wasn't as big of a fan of this season, and it's definitely the least favorite out of the 3 Marvel series so far for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited for season 2 to see like where it goes. What is Sylvie going to end up doing? Where did Renslayer go, or whatever her name was? Where's Loki in the grand scheme of all these things? So,
while I'm an optimist, I would say I'm not necessarily excited, but I'm curious to see where it goes.
I'm feeling that too.
There's a lot of things the show probably has to now accomplish going into the second season. I kind of wish there was the chess pieces of our characters were stationed a little bit different by this finale, so that I had more of an interest. I feel like I wish the boastful, the young, and the classic Loki had survived, classic Loki died, but I wish those 3 were all still part of the equation going forward, because I felt like, and they still might be, but because they kind of let them stay in the void, I feel like it would have been better if they went to the castle. I mean, that's a small thing. I would just say I'm curious going forward to see like where we are. I don't really care for the judge character like at all. I think her scenes were just one track minded the entire time, and I just didn't care. So.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting. The void is the Loki's realm, like what you were saying. And they just decide to say, who knows with the whole timeline thing, maybe we'll get to see Old Man Loki's timeline. We don't know.
Yeah. All right. Before we wrap up, what was your one favorite thing about the show before we call it a done deal and wait for season 2? I will go first. Seeing classic Loki raise Asgard and go out like a G, giving his life against the cloud monster. I love that moment.
I liked in the 3rd episode watching the planet crumble and fall towards Lamentus, or the moon. I forget what it was. That was amazing.
Honestly, I really liked. I know it was like really long and drawn out, but the whole like Kang explanation of like what has happened, I really enjoyed that, and even the end of it where the timeline fractured. That was really cool. Super excited.
That's a good one.
I'm excited for what this is going to do for the movies. That's what I'll say.
That's what I'm most excited for. Yeah. All right. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below how you felt of this finale and season 1 entirely. What are you most excited for going into season 2? What are you most excited for now jumping into the movies now that the multiverse is here? It's a part of it. There's no more denying it. How'd you feel about Kang? And we'll see you in season 2. For the time being, we're going to punch it. See ya! Bye.